guys, I'm Heather. I am a Showit web designer and brand strategist, and I love sharing approachable design tips to help you have space to live life outside your business. One of the biggest ways that I do this is through stock photography, which is crazy to say because I'm also a professional photographer. However, there are so many instances where you can find the perfect on-brand images in a stock website and save you hours of time and a lot of money from having to schedule a whole new brand shoot. So honestly, I've been using this program. It used to be called Social Squares. Now it's called Elevae, I think is how you pronounce it. I've been using them for at least 3 years, and I would say at least 20% to 30% of the images that are in my social media and on my website come from stock photography sites. So this is a huge tool for your business that you can use, and I want to show you just a few of the back-end tips that I use to really maximize this for my business. So I thought this would be a fun exercise. Pantone just came out with the color of the year, which is peach fuzz, and I wanted to create a mood board to encapsulate what peach fuzz represents. So I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes of how I use Elevae and the stock photo website, some of the tools and amazing features that they have. I do have a referral link if you're interested in trying this for yourself. They also give you tons of free downloads, so if you just want to play around and test it out, be sure to grab that link in my description. Okay, so I'm inside Elevae here, and this is just what the kind of dashboard portal looks like. I love that they have new images every few weeks. Honestly, every time I log in here, there is a new set of images. A lot of times they're seasonal images. They also share really, really helpful marketing tips in terms of giving you Instagram captions. They give you Pinterest ideas, a lot of email marketing training, and are constantly refreshing their collection of images. So I think this is a great tool. They've even added recently to have stock video, which is such a cool feature, especially with how Instagram Reels are constantly changing. There's a ton of B-roll footage to choose from that can perfectly match your brand. So since I am looking specifically for peach colored images to match the Pantone color of the year, I'm gonna go in here and go to the gallery. And then I'm going to search through a few different sections. I'm going to look at colors. So maybe let's grab the peach color, the pink, maybe the light pink, and the orange. You can also search by a ton of trending ideas. You can also search by categories. This always cracks me up. The fact that they have a Barbie core category is so fun and on theme, and really just accentuates the fact that they are constantly innovating and adding things that are relevant and trending. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll through here, and you can very easily download images that you think match the vibe that you're going for. So let's see. This one has like a cool peach red tone in it. I love the color of this wall. So all you have to do is download right here directly on the image, or you can also save it to a custom collection, which is really helpful when I'm working with branding clients, or if it's something for your own personal brand that you want to refer back to, you can go ahead and use the heart icon. The funniest thing about being a full-time designer, you would think that I am constantly preaching about Adobe products and how wonderful they are to use. And although that is true, in terms of being a creative business owner, there's a lot of time-saving tips and tricks that you can use within Canva. So I am no snob to Adobe. I love Adobe, but I also equally love Canva. Honestly, there's plenty of times within my own business that I'm using Canva for especially social media graphics. When I'm using a repeated image, it's also wonderful that you can kind of access that anywhere that you have the internet and you're logged into your Canva portal. So I'm going to go ahead and create this mood board in Canva so I can show you a little bit of the features that I use when I'm creating something really quick. So let's go ahead and create a new design. I'm just going to do, let's do Instagram post. So this first page, I know that I want to indicate the Pantone color of the year. So I'm actually just going to type Pantone. Amazing. So there's a few different options that I can use that give me the instant design look of a Pantone swatch. So this is great with background image, and I can change all of this text. And then I'm also going to add a page for the mood board. Let's find one that I like. This is kind of fun, so I can add in some text as well. I've already imported some of the images that I downloaded from Elevae, so let's go into uploads. And then I'm going to choose just one that I really think represents the color palette of peach fuzz, and then I'm going to go ahead and start changing some of the design text here. The great thing about Canva is that you can honestly customize everything with a free account. I have never paid for an account and I have had so much flexibility in using this for my business. So I'm gonna go through and just choose a few different fonts that I wanted to use. Let's decrease this. I also want it to be more on brand for my specific aesthetic that I use in my website. So I know, for example, what some of the fonts look like, what colors I'll use, especially since I'm posting this on my social media. I want it to match the vibe of everything else that I'm sharing. I like that. Let's go ahead into the mood board here. I'm gonna just start laying out some of the images and see what I like. Pull in, I like having some of the images catty-corner to each other that have similar color tones. So those two have a lot of green in them. So I'm just gonna pull them kind of opposite directions. That one also has some green. And then obviously I want the peach color to come through very vibrantly. So I'm gonna choose a lot of images that have a really strong tone of the peach, pink, and like orange tones in there. And then we need one more. What about that pillow? That's kind of fun. I think I like that one because now we've got, just in terms of the design, we have 3 kind of diagonal images that have a human element in them. We also have that green repeating sort of in a triangle to help bring your eye around the page, as well as some really strong pink visuals. So now I'm going to go through, this black is obviously a little bit too dark for what the aesthetic of Peach Fuzz is giving. So let's go ahead and change that. Okay, perfect. Let's copy this hex code. And if I bring it into, clicking on this color tab here, I can paste in the hex code and it's going to pull it up perfectly for me. So let's go ahead and select that here. I'm gonna also change some of these words to better match the vibe that I'm going for. So when I see this color palette and mood board, I'm thinking it's a really warm and calming, sanctuary. Love that. Let's just add a little bit of space in between the text lines. Perfect. And then we're going to center that. As you can see, this really is not going to take me more than 10 minutes to create this really awesome and on-brand mood board to create for my website and for my social media. So let's go ahead and make this black. I actually kind of like elegant, so we're going to keep that one. Maybe center it. I'm also going to change some of these tan tones to be a little bit more matched with some of the colors in this mood board. I do love that when you're in Canva here, it actually pulls up color palettes from the specific images that you're using. So I'm going to go through and choose some of these really soft, it's almost like a soft pink and tan mix. I love that. So that one's a little bit too much of a similar color to the background. So let's see if I can find a better fit. A lot of this is trial and error. Oh, I actually think I like the green. Let's do pink down here, green up here, and then I'm just going to change the opacity so that it's not quite so bright. Awesome. So I am loving how that's looking so far. I'm going to keep that as it is. One final page that I always recommend adding when you're doing kind of a carousel scrolling post on Instagram, especially if it's something that's really informational, is some sort of bio. So let's see if there is some good bio templates. And of course there is. There's so many good free options in Canva that take a lot of the hard design work out for you. So I'll probably do something like this and then pull in some of my own imagery, and then obviously change the text and description to match exactly what works for my brand. Awesome. So I hope that was helpful. I love using these two programs together to really help save me time within my business and honestly just make it really simple for me to duplicate my designs and have consistent on-brand imagery to use throughout social media. So Elevae is the stock photo website. Like I said, they are really expanding into offering a ton of B-roll video as well. So that subscription that you have monthly is constantly updating, and every time I go in there using it for either my client work, if I'm sharing a brand proposal with someone, or even if I'm doing brand photography to help give my client an idea of what the vision and the mood for the photo shoot is, as well as like outfit recommendations, things like that. It's a great way to use within your business. Social media obviously is constantly changing, and having those video B-roll options as well as imagery to use that can really match your brand is a great asset. So if you guys want to try that for yourself, feel free to grab it in the description in my bio. I'm going to post this on social media later this week, but hope you guys follow along for more tips and tricks to save you time within your creative business. See ya!